My name is Joshua Madrid, and this is my story. Growing up, I came from a family that wasn't too big on religion. They encouraged it, but they didn't necessarily make us go. So me and my siblings, we would go on the holidays or big celebrations, Easter, Christmas, a couple of times over the summertime, but not really there. And over the years, I picked up the art of poetry writing. And anyone who's read some of the work, they would see that there was some type of emptiness, some type of questioning, yearning for a higher power. The journey kind of changed my freshman year of college. I met a friend. She was attending New Hope United. And once she had invited me and a couple of others to go to the church just to see how it is. Eventually, my friend and we got close, and eventually we started dating. One of her criteria was to start going to church. So I was like, okay, I can do that. You know, it shouldn't be too wrong with just waking up on a Saturday morning for a few hours. And so we went a few times, and some of the messages, I will admit, I didn't necessarily enjoy. And that was always a conflict with us. And I remember her telling me one time, do you disagree? Are you annoyed by the messages because you don't like them, or because they basically say that you're living a bad life? So then I realized that, okay, living the Christ-like lifestyle isn't as easy as some people make it seem. Her and I were always at conflicts of what our carnal desires versus the godlike desires we should have been pursuing. And so that conflict was always there, and it was argument after argument. And eventually we just had a falling out. So it was always a source of frustration, like with her and then like with the church itself. I had stopped going because I didn't see a point to it, and it was just a very miserable time. I talked to Donnie Malgosa about why I'd stopped going and kind of what's been happening with me, and that's when he told me, like, everyone is aware that only one person has ever lived the Christ-like way without messing up. So mistakes are expected. Don't be too hard on yourself. So he's like, well, he invited me going back to New Hope United over the summer, and I've been going regularly since then. And that's when they asked, have you been baptized? And I told them, I was like, well, I don't know about that, because to me, baptism is, again, not screwing up, and basically you live the ideal life. And that's when Pastor Joe used that metaphor of church is like a hospital. You don't go because you're perfect, you go because you're unwell. And again, that was another slap in the face. And so I was like, okay, you know, it'll keep me more accountable for my actions. I'll get the baptism, I'll do it. Whatever you need me to read, whatever you need me to do, I'll do it. October 10th, 2015, I was baptized, and it was a wonderful experience. It was just, I guess, as they say, it was like a rebirth. It's like, okay, I do have another chance. I'm not a screw up. I'm more than what I let myself believe I am. So after everything, I am now an actual member of New Hope United, and I genuinely look forward to every Saturday and even the events they have throughout the week. It's weird because I've never thought I'd consider myself like an actual Christian who goes to a church but it's been fulfilling. It's something, you know, I learned to want to share with other people. Nowadays, I find myself kind of humming along to some of the songs they sing during worship, and I realize oh no, I've become one of them. But you know, that's okay. My name is Joshua Madrid, and this is my story.